Hey everyone, what's your scent of the day? This is Brand with Therapeutic Fragrance. Today I am wearing Kilian Vodka on the Rocks. And we're doing a review by the same house, by Kilian. We're doing Intoxicated. Stay tuned for that. I'm glad you found the channel. Yeah. All right, we're doing by Kilian Intoxicated. I think this is still considered a niche brand. This is designer-ish brand to me, especially I think he wants to get into his own other things, that apparel and not clothes or anything, but I don't think it's handbags yet, but little cases to carry makeup and different things around in. Anyways, I think the whole niche thing needs redefined. I've heard the definition being if you do clothing or anything extra, it's designer. Or if you just focus on perfume, it's niche. I think if you're in the mall, you're almost not niche anymore. Just kidding. That's no controversy here. Don't want to get into that. But when I seek out people, usually if they made it to the mall, it's because they have cheaper ingredients, kind of thing. All right. I'm moving off the rant as quick as I can, or we're going to go down that road for too far. By Kilian Intoxicated. Eau de parfum. Build is unisex. I would go 70-30, 70 feminine and 30 masculine in this. This hands down to me has the best packaging in the business from the whole thing. If we're talking just bottle, I don't think so. We're talking... he goes out of his way to actually make the boxes usable, and so you pass them down to people. I've heard interviews by him. I'm really, I like his business sense. I like everything about him. I wish he played with naturals. That's about the only difference I have for by Kilian. He left, his last name's Hennessy, and he left the family business to do perfumes. If I could have been a fly on the wall in that conversation, like, what are you thinking? But that's how I am. I'm a renegade. I follow renegades. I like it. So kudos to you. Obviously, you've made it and you're doing well. Your distribution is off the charts, at least from what I can see. I've found you in weird places in Vegas, high-end stores there, to Nordstrom's and whatnot. So kudos to Kilian for that. Intoxicated goes for $295 retail for 50 ml. You're putting yourself at $6 an ml on this. That's what we'd be judging it at. He does something called refills, a concept of refills. Other people do, but he does these airtight refills. I saw one of the stands do the whole thing for me and show me how it works. So I was like, what do you mean? You open it so the alcohol dissipates? No. There's a whole thing where you can actually squirt the other bottle into your main bottle. And the thought is keeping your main bottle for life if you really love a perfume. So that being said, you're still $6 an ml to get into it, and then $4 after that retail. Notes on Intoxicated: cardamom, mocha coffee, cinnamon, tobacco, vanilla, patchouli. Sound a little bit familiar? Vanilla, patchouli. No woods, though. Noted. Okay. And I say that just if you found this video alone, sorry for that, but I've been doing a big patchouli study, and vanilla seems to be a common thing in all patchoulis. This is an aromatic spicy. Kilian, the brand name, Callus Becker is the perfumer. My apologies if I said that wrong. Score of 4.14 out of 5 on Fragrantica with 500 votes. This actually brought up my asthma at night. I put this on like 5 o'clock, and then at night when I went to bed, kind of had some wheezing. I haven't had that forever, so I could only attribute it to this. I put it on pretty heavy. So yeah, definitely for me, that's there. I did full wearing of it and finished my notes on it. So here they are. right at the beginning, sweet and fresh. It didn't really go oriental with the cardamom in there. Mocha coffee was very, very slight, not a heavy coffee burst. A soft chocolate, like the milkiest of chocolate with just a bit of coffee in it kind of thing. Not a coffee up front fragrance. The Accord by Kilian, I wore these guys in Vegas, but it's not fair. I won't even judge anything on that. By the time I put this on, I think I was wearing like 6 other frags. First timer, like a kid in a candy store, I really only meant to wear 1 or 2. But by the time I got to the place that had the, I'm like, oh, I want to smell this so bad. I tried to pick a place on my arm with it, and it was just a mess. I do remember the Accord after smelling this alone again. By Kilian, they've developed an Accord like every other house. It's in the realm of Francis Kurkdjian. Definitely not the same, but that whole ozony airy effect that I love, that people love, that say so beautiful. It's in this with definitely its own signature on the Accord and the synthetics that are in it, carry in all of his fragrances. The coffee, again, super clean coffee with that Accord. It is on top of it. It like almost like milk chocolate coffee, like I said. I'm going to go repeat myself. Again, clean, those clean ozonic smells that are just in most houses. This has it to a T. It's very pleasing. Won't off-put anybody, in my opinion. I don't know how to make sense of the Accords. I mean, it's just like perfect, like plastics. You get that plasticky smell, but it smells clean kind of thing. I mean, this is kind of how these synthetic Accords are coming to me. Like it's pleasing, it's there, but there's just something animalic and raw that naturals give you that I am drawn to. I hate to hammer it every time. I don't mean to hammer it every time. When I'm taking notes, this is the stuff I'm thinking, and I'm going to be honest, raw, and share my view on the fragrance. I don't know how to achieve. I love the ozonic scent. It's one of the only scents I have not seen replicated in naturals or a natural note in an oil. Oud oil, the aquatics we talked about, a lot of people say you can't replicate aquatics. Ouds do. Ouds to a T replicate that with ambergris. It's amazing. And metallic. I've had you can distill in certain ways. I don't know if there's a way to distill to get this ozony effect. It's one of the only things I have never seen a natural achieve. How do you get that after the rain, clean air scent into your aromas, into that fume? That's one thing synthetics do have above it, and you're seeing it by Kilian use it here to a T that's very pleasing to your nose. And me, it just clean top on it. Vanilla patchouli. The patchouli was real hidden. Its slight sharpness was there with the tobacco. None of them were overplayed. The master perfumer, I don't know if she is or not, or who she is in the industry. I'll get to know more. That's probably my next focus, is to really go through and study each perfumer in detail. Right now, Christopher Laudermel is the only one I really know his works and what he's done, just because of who he is, and he's on YouTube and accessible right now, and you don't have to read for hours. You can just put them on in the background and hear, kind of thing. So that's the one I do know. So I don't know where she's at, but you can. This is the genius of a really experienced perfumer. I would say she is, just by smelling this, is that sharpness, patchouli that turns people off is hidden. It's there to support the fragrance. The tobacco's there to support the fragrance and just give it nuances, little nuances, not a heavy overcome thing, that because if you use the synthetics of those, they just stay on your skin and you do get sick of them if you don't blend them right. This is blended nice. You don't get sick of that. Let's get to the dry down. No. Somehow the patchouli, tobacco, coffee, all fades for me. 100% fades. This starts getting powdery, like heavy. I read the notes. None of those notes are powdery notes. This thing turns into a powdery balm. It's like the Oriental comes into play. It's an Oriental powder balm on dry down. It lasted for a good 4 hours. You guys already know I don't like the powders. I don't like having asthma. That's where we're going to leave it at with this fragrance. First 3 hours are very pleasing. That was the dry down. Scoring on Intoxicated by Kilian. Addictiveness, OG factor, and branding. Get some branding points on this one. 11 out of 15. Projection sillage, 5 out of 5. People are going to smell this one on you. Composition, 20 out of 25. Ingredients and price to ml, 12 out of 25. It's just way too expensive for what's out there on the market. The fragrance as a whole, top, heart, and base. And again, I want to justify what I just said. He flat out says that you are buying the boxes in this. So if you're into that and having that in your collection, a lot of people are, then value changes for you on your opinion. If that's something that you like in perfume, there's certain things where I like that presentation in different things I do in my life. So I can see that you're going to score that different. I want to put that out there. But I'm in for the juice, solely for the juice. I don't want to pay $100 for a jewelry box or whatever. That's me. So 12 out of 25 on that one. Top, heart, and base of this one. Top 10 out of 10. Very pleasing. Heart, 5 out of 5. Very pleasing. Changed perfectly. The base, 5 out of 10. Let's get to 73. Sample it for yourself, guys. This could be somebody's signature fragrance. It would be for me. Last too long a night for me on my skin. Any time of year I see this. Who I see wearing this one? Dave Chappelle. 3 to 5 sprays and you're good on this one. All right, guys, that's Intoxicated by Kilian. Peace out. You guys be blessed.